Greatest Nigerian youth. Okay, before I proceed, let me Okay, slow down. I will not fail to recognize the presence of the media house, the security men. When I become the president of Nigeria, the youths that make up 70% of the vote will begin to have aspiration again. You know, we have lived too long as Nigerians to see leaders being circulated. It is high time Nigeria experience fresh ideas, new form of leaders that will take us out of the economic problems that we find ourselves. Today we have 133 million Nigerians live under poverty. Today we have over 20 million Nigerians out of school. Today we have more than 70% of our youth unemployed or underemployed. We are suffering as a nation. You know, we are in a new year, a new season. One of the things we must do is to elect new and fresh leaders. Many Nigerians say we have 4 major presidential candidates. But I'm here to say to Nigeria, do away with them. Accord is the only alternative that will give you good leadership. If we want our children to have future, vote for Accord. If you want our mothers to live long and eat the fruit of their labor, vote for Accord. If you want to have not just a future but today, vote for Accord. Accord is oneness and progress. Today as a nation, we are so divided. What we need is to be one, and that is what Accord has demonstrated. Most of the presidential candidates you hear of, they boast of what they did when they were young. Today they are old. Many of them are above their peak. We need a leader that will drive us to our future. A leader must have a future to drive you to a future. Some of those that are parading themselves are already out of their future. Accord will give you that future. Accord will take Nigerians out of poverty. Accord will provide the jobs that we need. We are not only saying this, we have been doing it. And I know as we go to the ballot, come 25th of February, we shall be going to the ballot with the consciousness that we need a true change. Not the change we are promised. A true change that will galvanize us into a future that we need. And I know as we begin to do that, Nigerians from all walks of life, this is not a time to believe in lies. Check the character of those that are applying for the job to lead you. I present myself, Professor Christopher Imumolen of Nigeria after February election is not a small task. It's a job that needs to be done to change our country. For too long, we have been in an economic circle. We have not moved forward as a country. And the only way a country that has stagnated for too long can make progress is to think of changing those who are the cause of that stagnation. Many Nigerians, wherever you are today, listening to me, you know that the only way to change the concept of the underdevelopment of our country today is to change the leadership. I mean political leadership. Nigerians must begin to think of new leaders who have demonstrated passion and value in their personal endeavor. That is why I'm always proud to say that I don't think there is any, please can we sit down please? Let's sit down. There is any presidential candidate contesting in this race that have impacted Nigerians as much that I've done. Are we talking about scholarship? Before my journey into politics, I have been privileged to afford more than 500,000 Nigerians that never had this hope. The journey into politics is a journey to rescue Nigeria, because Nigeria has become one of the countries that any child that is giving birth to is giving birth with hard luck. Nigeria is a red zone country. Nigeria is a danger country. Nigeria is a country that gives very limited opportunity to its people. We cannot continue to live as a nation like that. Hence, there is a need for us to change leadership. There is a need for us to think of a man who is ready to give it all to rescue Nigerians. That is what we stand for in Accord. That is what Professor Christopher stands for. And I've said this, that Nigerians should allow me to use the next 4 years, if opportune, another 4 years, making 8 years, the next 8 years of my useful age to serve this country, to bring Nigeria back into the map of progressive nation in the world. Every country all over the world have recognized the power of youthfulness in progressiveness. Countries like Canada, countries like Grenada, countries like UK, countries like France have leaders in their early 40s and they are running the economy well. Nigeria is the only country where a young man who has succeeded tremendously in his private capacity will want to lead the country, and the people will ask him, where is your political experience? My question to them, those who have political experience, have they run the country better? We don't need a leader with political experience. We need a leader that has experience for the development of the people. That is what I have done. Yes, political experience is important, but political experience without development is zero. We need not just a manifesto. We need to have manifestation of development in our country. We are going to ensure that not just the youth alone, the women, our men, have access to welfare. You know, many Nigerians today are not patriotic because many of us have nothing to hold on to as a citizen of this country. Nigeria today runs an economy that is so analog that anybody can become a citizen of our country without any system and any process. We must begin and actively re-engineer our economy to have a system that will drive industrial revolution. We must begin to give birth to the fourth industrial revolution. Today, Nigeria as a country is in its first industrial revolution. We've not even crossed the second, third, and fourth. We must, as a nation, drive this economy. That is what Accord represents. That is what Professor Chris represents. And as Nigerians give us the opportunity and to vote for us, believe me, we will not disappoint you. We promise to bring Nigeria back to where it ought to be and recover back all our lost glory. Thank you and God bless you.
Accord Party, led by Honorable Alhaji Mohammed Nalado, who is the national chairman. Our young, vibrant, energetic, and intellectual presidential candidate, Professor Christopher Irene Imumolen. Our members of the Presidential Campaign Council who are here, other leaders and members of the Accord Party, particularly the national leaders and our state chairmen, as well as state coordinators of Accord for this presidential campaign, other party members, members of the JPTS family. I salute members of the press as well, members of the security agencies, and everyone that is here for this special campaign rally. What I have for you is a message why we are contesting for the presidential ticket of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the platform of Accord. We are in this contest because we are concerned with the problems of Nigeria. We are in this contest because we believe we have a candidate and other members of his team who are competent to solve the numerous problems of this country. We all know that Nigeria is facing difficult times. Life is very expensive. Inflation is every day on the increase. Education is facing serious problems. Cost of living in terms of transportation, as well as our medical bills, are increasing on daily basis. So we believe once you elect Accord as the president of this country under the leadership of Professor Imumolen, all these problems will be problems of the past, because he has the intellectual capacity, he has the good understanding and grasp of what Nigeria needs in order to be moved out of these problems to the era of prosperity, peace, and unity for this country. These things he has already achieved in his own personal capacity as a Nigerian citizen who is a philanthropist, as well as someone who has a passion to solve the problems of Nigerians. You are all living witnesses to the fact that he has significantly contributed to the achievement of education in Nigeria by, in his own personal capacity, giving scholarship to many students without knowing them, without regard to where they come from this country. He has been able to empower individuals and families, not only by providing jobs, but also by providing platforms, trading platforms, where they are able to trade online in order to earn some income for themselves and their families. So someone who is able to make this achievement in his own private capacity, once he has the reins of government in his hands, he will do the best for this country. This is one thing that distinguishes him from all other contestants. And he's not just young, but he is a young achiever. So that is why we believe that Accord is the party to vote for on the 25th of February 2023 in the presidential.
Professor Imumolen, Accord is very, very happy to have somebody like you. Accord has always been women and youth-friendly political party.